So guys, we are early in the season and you might be wondering, what is the #1 deck in Mythic right now? Well, this one. This deck literally went all the way through Platinum 4, Diamond and ended as #1 Mythic deck. And today we will be testing it and we will see if that goes exactly the same. Our opponent is on the play with a lot of 1-drops, that's how you know that it's good. And we'll try to fight them. Let's go for this one. I think we go for this, right? That should be good. Voice of Victory. Even better because we get all the Sephiroth triggers. I think this is a good card, man. Let's go. And I think we need to be defensive on this turn. Just for the sake of it. Like, if we can, you know, keep going, our opponent will just die in probably 2 turns. So we don't really need to raise them. Oh, this is so good. Man, this is actually massive. Man, we could even trade against the Otter if we wanted. Our opponent will push a lot of damage, don't get me wrong. But we can get Sephiroth going. We get free stuff, free Surveil, and also Infestation Sage on the next turn. Man, it's so tempting to just go for this and try to live game, but we're on the draw, so it's a little bit harder. Do we want to trade here? This is a guaranteed kill. No, we don't need to. We actually don't need to. This is not too much damage, and with Sephiroth we'll live gain a ton. Alright, so what do we need to do? I mean, you know what has to be done. Let's go Voice of Victory. First, we create some creatures, we surveil to make sure that the next draw is good, no tapland. And yeah, we even have Rise the Past. I honestly think this is okay. This is something we will draw on this turn. Yeah, let's take it. We could try to go without a land, but I think this is good. And Sephiroth is absolutely terrifying, so they need to answer it. With this we get some life gain, we get some cards, and also, you know, our board just gets better, so... Yeah, I want to win, guys. Like, I want to show you how to play the #1 deck. So when you finish this video, you have the deck, you know how to play it, you have literally everything that you need to be #1 Mythic, if you actually care. So yeah, our opponent going the talent. This is an interesting version. It has some higher value than normally decks like this. Maybe they just use those 1-drops to, you know, just survive the early game and it's more control-ish. Hard to say. But now it's very hard for them to attack on the ground. And Pixie alone is not having... Oh my god. Guys, this might be devastating. And by the way, this is why maybe I shouldn't take the land on the next last turn, but I didn't want to take the risk. So what do we go for? I mean, I kind of want to go this into Bloodwitch. I think this will be the play. Should be good enough. Should be good enough. Zealot is amazing. Yep. Let's go for it. Okay, and we can attack with both air tap, so otters cannot be pumped. We can trade 1 for 1, that's fine. And we go like this. We need to stack the triggers right. First, mobilize. We need the tokens first. Man, this we could survey a lot on this turn. And now I think we still go for it. Like, the tokens are not important. And as you can see, we are live gaining so much and dealing so much damage that in a way we can start ignoring it. I'm a little bit scared that they might play sweepers. And because our opponent is still in the game, there is, you know, a chance they will go for it. In which case we'll have to go for wave second. Like, if we can survive this one next turn, I think we are winning super hard. Because then we flip Sephiroth, we go crazy, you know, this gets exiled, stuff like this. But even now it's looking decent already. And this is already a 4-4, right? Yep, so we can destroy something, probably the talent, I would guess. But this is in the worst case with a sweeper. If they don't have a sweeper, I don't think they can beat this. We just have too much stuff. And they're pretty limited on mana. Like, this is early game, guys. Like, we are at what, turn 4 or 5, so it's still not easy to like go for 3 different spells on this turn. So let's see. This is a disaster. This is absolute disaster for our opponent. They cannot kill us with otters, and they basically spent half the turn doing nothing. And with 6 cards, we would assume that they already have the answer. Yep, it's still a good play to kill Sephiroth, but it's the only play they basically made on this turn, and now they need to survive. And as you can see, they just don't have enough. Well, the miner. We'll have to tap something. This actually makes a difference, to be honest. What do we go for? I think we go for this guy. We actually need the curve. On curve, and if we knew that this would be a land, of course we would play a little bit differently. We're on the draw, which is bad, and miner is way better on the offensive, so this might be a rough game. So far everything is going a little bit wrong, but hopefully now we start to recover. Okay, this is warped, right? Okay, warping is amazing for us, because that means they kinda wasted the whole turn, and they have nothing new in the board, and this is how we regain the tempo. So first, I mean, if we want to attack, we might as well play this, right? This kinda makes them not want to block this, but they probably wouldn't anyway, so, you know, in case they block, we want to make sure that we get the value, as the creature is dying. This is not good for our opponent. Since 2 turns, so we are understanding the highest tiers of Magic. Basically, they invested 5 mana in last 2 turns, and, moment, we need to win as well. I think it's Sephiroth, which means that we attack with the miner, right? Or we could double. Okay, you know what? I will bluff. I will finish the previous thought, but this is such a good deal, I think we can risk it. See? They didn't want to block anything. We knew about it, so that's why we could make this play. And now we go for Sephiroth on the miner. We draw a card, we live gain, this gets a pump. And we still got 1 damage, because this is a 3-3, but we swung for 4. Okay, so basically they invested 5 mana in 2 different turns, and they got a 2-1 in the board. So it's good on value, because they are getting basically 2 cards from each play, but at the same time, 2-1 for 5 mana doesn't sound crazy exciting on the board. So we are winning on tempo now, but we are a little bit behind on value. That's how, you know, generally those principles, the magic principles work. Listen, we are showcasing #1 deck. We need to sprinkle some actual real magic knowledge and strategy. We don't have mono red, so I have nobody to roast, you know? Alright, let's see. They seem to be having removal. It's probably sheltered, right? Okay, this is actually amazing for us. Really. So the other one goes to the graveyard, huh? I actually don't want to show this, so we will just take this. What? Man, we have full creature deck and we somehow managed to not hit a single creature. It's fine, it's still kinda a creature, you know? So, big decision on our side. I think we just go this and this, right? And then we sacrifice this probably when we attack. Which means that in reality, we just need to play this. They might have some instants, we know that they play those. And I think it should be good enough. I want to swing with Sephiroth just so we can keep going. Alright, interesting. This is good, and now this is on stack. So we can make the decision. We will still do it. So now this is a 4-4. However, the draw absolutely sucks. Like, drawing those lands is a disaster. We were very good at getting extra cards. Unfortunately, every single card is a dead draw. So at this point, you kind of need to, you know, do stuff. And here we go. If you weren't sure if that's enough, well, now it's definitely enough. Oh, man. This is actually kind of not good enough, I feel. We have to attack with the voice and we'll lose it. This will be very hard to win. I think we whiffed so hard it might be a loss. Maybe we do it on the next turn so we can... No, we need to keep pressure, man. I will take it, but it's a very rough draw. I guess this gets pumped. And we can sacrifice... You know what? Let's just swing. I think we need to be really aggressive. Exemplar will take over the game very quickly. Yep, we lose this one. This is kind of the same damage, so let's deal the damage first. Now we sacrifice all the tokens, but you can see the problem. Everything is going great except the fact that we have no more plays. And this is where we whiffed. So far on the board everything was going great. But you know, we'll try. We'll try. I could get rid of Exemplar by sacrificing this, but man, it doesn't feel like it's worth it. I think we just need to live with the extra card, you know? So now they are getting 2. Basically we need to have a good draw, we need to keep swinging and hopefully kill them in time. Menace will definitely help, and we also have Vigilance, so it's very hard for them to counterattack. Valkyrie, one of the cards that is great at closing the game in like 2 or 3 turns. Okay, that's fine. We don't have a flyer, so we take it. This Valkyrie will be very scary. Oh, we kinda know what we have. I completely forgot that we know the top card, to be honest. I don't think this is what we need. Listen, guys. Let's freaking go. Let's see what we get. We need to keep pushing damage. We don't have much time. And Menace will definitely help us to, you know, stack some extra damage. Man, I wish this was Sephiroth. So our opponent is trying to buy time, but it costs 2 creatures a turn, which is something we desperately need. But this card advantage that they're getting from Exemplar is such a pain. On the bright side, you know, the Exemplar will do a ton of work, but it still, you know, needs to hit face at some point. Alright, for 2 mana. They will probably take 1 drop. I hope it's not removal, but they have remake. But it has to be a creature or a plains. Let's see, I think this will be a creature to block. Alright, I mean, not the end of the world, but it will be pretty good, man. Because they can block with it and then sacrifice it, so they are not losing a creature and they still have 2 blockers. So this keeps them going quite nicely. We need some good cards, man. If we can hit Sephiroth, that probably would be game very quickly. We also have a lot of tap lands, so, you know, we will be a little bit slow on the new mana, but so far we are... Bro, like, come on, Shuffler! I'm on... Like, we are on breaking point of winning this game, and then we draw basically 3-4 lands in a row while our opponent is drawing 2 cards a turn. Like, I mean... Alright, it's fine, Sloth. Just play the land. I think we have only one way to go. We need to be very, very aggressive with those cards, because our opponent will win on value very, very soon. We need to out-tempo this, and there's no other choice. Is that a win? I think this is a win, right? Wait. They don't have life gain anywhere. Alright, I will take this. I will take the risk. We get the counter and we deal 1 extra damage. And that means we deal exactly 6 damage on this turn. And we have the miner that I completely forgot about. Not gonna lie. And you know what? Miner, if you are so cool, bro. Alright. Man, we managed to salvage it with like freaking 4 draws from the top when we were already flooded from the early game. And I mean, kinda tracks with the results so far. I mean, guys, this will be a draw. We have triple Bloodwitch and Rise the Past. It will be a great game or a disaster. We are on the draw, so 2 lands shouldn't be a problem. We have decent chance to draw Sephiroth. Please show Sephiroth from the top so I look good. And our opponent is Boros Surveilling. Not exactly, but good enough. I will pay for the Shrine. Maybe we could just go for this, probably that's the case, but most likely we'll play the Shrine on the next turn and we need it even more. So unless we get, you know, multiple untapped lands, we should probably pay the life. Gorehound down, that's fine, you know, we get it back at some point, no land. We'll go with Bloodwitch. Maybe I should actually probably go for this one. It's easier to attack with this one, so that was a slight misplay. But they have Gnome, so we wouldn't be... Well, we have Menace, so this would actually work. Okay, so they are drawing a card and creating a pretty big creature. This will be a bit of a problem for us. Definitely will be a bit of a problem. So let's fix the play from the last turn. We probably want to hit either a new creature that we can play, hopefully on top of Bloodwitch, like Gorehound. Oh my god, this will be scary. Or we can go for a land and double Bloodwitch, and then Rise the Past when we trade everything. This is kinda scary. Weapons manufacturing is really terrifying here, mostly because they can start pinging stuff, and you know, also just the damage stacks very quickly if you don't answer it. Voice of Victor is great, but do we have time? This was great on like turn 2 or 3. Now on turn 4 it's a little bit lackluster, and they might, you know, answer it. But if we could get those triggers, maybe with double Bloodwitch, then we Rise the Past, this could be a one game. This will be very, very close. I'm not sure if we're in a good spot or a bad spot. It feels like we're, like every turn we are like a little bit behind. And those draws, man, kinda devastating. And as you can see, they basically sweep the whole board with one drop. And that will be a problem. Like, we can get the stuff back, but not this, because this will be exiled. And this munition is literally murdering our board, man. Like, this is so bad for us. We have good play, but it cannot do everything. Like, it can do some lifting, but not, you know, 100% of it. This Reliquary was... What? Oh my god, man. Draws like this just get me instantly to rant. Like, I see the third Rise the Past on 3 lands, and it's like, sure, Shuffler, sure, like, rub it in, rub it in. And as you can see, there's not much we can do about it. Our opponent has literally, like, ow, I would scoop so hard if I wasn't recording. But we'll play it out just for the sake of it. But it feels like one of those games where you are like, oh, I guess literally everything is stacked against me and I cannot make a play. I guess, sure. Like, it's not like we could make different plays this game. So we will keep Rising the Past. There is still a chance. If we can start chaining Rise the Past into Rise the Past into Rise the Past, we can actually try to outvalue the whole deck somehow. We just surveil. We have more Rise the Past, so it's easier to get it into the graveyard. This is probably the card I want the most. I'll take it. I will take it. It's kinda greedy, because we don't have a land for the next turn and stuff, but Sephiroth is such a big play, man. Man, this is so irritating. They literally just keep killing our creature for free on top of making a creature, but at least we are starting to drain them, which is massive. And when they go through all of those creatures, we Rise the Past again, and then we Rise the Past again. I'm not even sure if we'll have a turn to set up Sephiroth, honestly. Like, this is crazy, man. And they will not really whiff, probably. I really hope they will, but so far they actually have incredible draw. Like, I played with this deck, I don't remember having such a, like, efficient draw, usually. Pinnacle Emissary, what do you do, bro? Some drones. Great for sacrificing. So they can sacrifice at least one of them. This costs 2 mana, so they can get rid of one of them. I think we need to literally just go through the whole board like this, guys. Do we want... No, we actually don't have time for Sephiroth. Which means maybe I should surveil all of those cards and just try to hit more 2-drops. We can play so wastefully. Like, if you don't have Rise the Past, this play would just lose you the game. But we can basically get everything back every single turn. And this drain is enough to block enough damage so we don't die and start draining them while we live gain. And as you can see, every Rise the Past gets them lower and lower on the life total. And they have wider boards, so we need a lot of creatures for the next turn. But hopefully... Man, they have single card, and I have no idea what this can be. I really hope they don't play counter spells. I mean, we always have one play to make, so let's see. It's not like we have, you know, many choices here. Yeah, our opponent is like, what the hell is this draw? And they're absolutely right. And we still have one Rise the Past. I would love a land, but the fact that we can, you know, get basically 3 creatures on the next turn potentially is massive. Like, this is what we need. Bro, now we are getting flooded with lands when we desperately need literally everything is wrong on this game so far. Oh, some games really feel like it, you know? Okay, so they are trying to get rid of the Bloodwitch. This way they can prevent some stuff, but now we have Exemplar growing. And we still deal a lot of damage. Okay, a creature. Bro, 3 lands out of 4 cards. Like, we were mana screwed first, and now every creature we hit is basically a free creature, so it's incredibly important. Like, 1 or 2 extra creatures might decide the game. I think we'll still win, but now it's actually getting way closer than I'm comfortable with. Oh, and it will be very hard to beat this one. Now they need to answer it? No. Okay, that means we get free removal. That's good for us. We could even try to get Voice of Victor, which is kinda massive. Okay, this is huge. This is huge. So they can kill 1 more creature for sure, the Gorehound. Which means we block only 1 creature. 12. I don't think they can deal 18. I think it's very close, but not 18. We cannot pay the ward, so we cannot go for reliquaries. I really think either manufacturing or one of the creatures. If we are scared, we die. I think this is the right choice. Because we should be winning with all this life drain on the next turn, whatever we do. Which means all we care about is trying to protect as much life total as possible. Weapon manufacturing was super important on every single turn except this one turn, because now they are down to 1 card, and there is good chance they cannot trigger it too much anymore. They just care about finishing us before we stabilize, and we will stabilize basically, I think, on the next turn. So, you know, they can deal some damage with the Harvester. So this is 12, 13 damage, and this, I think it only deals 2, right? And they cannot deal more, so it's 12, 13, 15 damage. I don't think we are dead, man. Oh my god, this is such a risky play. I don't see how we are dead. Show me if we are. I don't think I needed to play so greedy, because I think Rise the Past would kill them anyway, but I don't want to do the math, alright? That's why we're doing it like this. And our opponent has no idea that we have the 3rd one. This is the final play. This kills them right now. And with Voice of Victory, yeah, our opponent never played around it. So we get all the Surveil. Oh man, this will be awkward. But maybe we can hit a 1-drop or something? I'm not sure. I mean, this is 1. Nah, we already have the stuff. Yeah, so they will try to hit Bloodwitch. Okay, that's fine. But that means we have more life. A little bit. So this is a good drain. We'll get them even harder. Gorehound. Man, now we are hitting some creatures. Like, you can see that 1 single creature difference would actually change the whole game. So we go like this. They block this. I think it's good game, but I want to make sure that we don't mess it up. So they block here. We create 2 more. It's 2, and then they die. Yeah, that should be it. You can see how ridiculously close this game was. And I'll be honest, guys. I think so many things went wrong for us and perfect for our opponent that it's a freaking miracle we won this one. I don't think we're supposed to win this. But we are. We are. By literally 0 damage. Okay, -1. Are you serious? This was so close, man. Like, this is a 1-drop that can basically become a 2-drop in a way. So, let's swing. This is important. They already have Simic 2 mana, so that allows some interaction. And we need to be smart about it. Voice of Victor is the one. This needs to be counterspelled. If they don't have a counterspell, they cannot play anything else. So they will have a counterspell, because that's the only answer they could get. Oh no, they are winning on the next turn. They counter your spell, and then turn 4 they win. So what can we really do? I wonder how many counters... You cannot really know how many counter spells they have. So you kinda need to roll with it. I think they will have something for Sephiroth, but we still need to play into it. Like, you cannot wait against this deck. It's basically like hoping that they don't have all the answers. Our opponent is really good at Magic. 2nd counter spell on 9 cards. And now they're going crazy. And you kinda need to go into those plays, because otherwise you just, you know, they drop Kona. put Omniscience and there's nothing you can do, you lost the game. So this is a very good draw, but they are still holding something. So I think on this turn we'll play differently. I think on this turn we'll try to hit them with bot. It also gives us maximum speed, which means that this will be a little bit more scary. And you know, guys, just so we are clear, on the next turn they can win at any point. There's nothing you can do about it. You just cross your fingers. Hope they didn't hit Kona, Omniscience and Cardinal. With this, they have a good chance of drawing them. That's why you also need to play into counter spells, because if you don't, they just assemble the combo and win. So, you know, you just basically headbump their answers and hope you have more. Do we want to sacrifice something? Not without Sephiroth. We can go this later, right? After the attack. So let's swing, see how much damage we can deal. Man, I'm not having a good feeling about this one. Lost in the Maze. Well, we know this one. By the way, we showcased this deck yesterday, and then I put it in the comment. Sure. This actually turned out to be, on that day, the #1 deck. Like in the, you know, the win rate. But this one reached #1, so it's a little bit better. It's officially the deck that is #1. Alright, so let's go for this. I mean, this is a good play for the turn, but you know, now they can drop Kona. Honestly, we are doing as fine as we can with this type of situation. And this is honestly such a good play. We have Zealot. Yeah, like this, I think we win the game. If they don't win on the next turn, we have enough damage, I feel. Because we can swing with Sephiroth, we have so many like those 1-drops that can basically, you know, fodder the transformation. And I think we can just, you know, burn them for 14 at least. Maybe even more. So let's see. Do they drop Kona, Omniscience, stock up Marang, stock up, then Consult, Marang, stock up, and until you leave, or they have 4 Marangs and some counter spells. Seems that our opponent is not very mythic about this deck. They don't have the combo, it seems. So that gives us a huge chance to just win here. 1-drop. This is a very big play. If they want to answer it, now's the time. We have Rise the Past as well, so we can probably prepare for this game plan. We go for the Zealot, just so, you know, they cannot target both. They have the Maze, it seems. Yep. Okay, that's fine. I think with Maze, we are absolutely okay. So Sephiroth and whatever, right? Some 1-drop. Yep, correct choice. Okay, but that means I think we should win, man. We have so much stuff right now. And we have the Bloodwitch and Sephiroth. They need to go quickly. So let's swing first. I believe we have 2 damage, so that's nice. And let's go. Let's freaking go. First we go for this so we get the Surveil. Yeah, they're dead. Like, we have so many creatures, we just kill them. And this is why those 1-drops are so good, man. Bro, that will be the perfect score. I didn't believe it, but it will be the perfect score. And we go for Rise the Pass right now, just to make sure that we get all the value. All the value. First we want to flip Sephiroth for the emblem. Last will be Bloodwitch. And we'll still try to set up the next turn, but we don't need this one. Let's go. 2 more. It will be close, but I'm pretty sure we have this, right? I didn't miscount. Well, I generally did not count, but it's close enough. 4, 2. Yeah, this should be good enough. Not Rise the Pass, we are not taking it. Now this Zealot eats this Zealot. Down to 2. And now we hit Bloodwitch, which will be the final 2 damage. And we could still go Sephiroth. Now we don't need it. Let's go with this. Yeah, that's how we do it, man. We dealt, I think, around 16 damage on this turn by mostly not attacking. And we still had 1 more sacrifice. So yeah, man, that's a flawless score. And today, guys, we kinda went a little bit more competitive, so what you have seen was literally game after game as I played it. So you've seen my full experience with the deck, but what you didn't see is the experience of number one players. I will show you the stats. Those aren't mine, but I mean, this is how you get to number one with this one. And this deck actually went all the way from Platinum 4 to number one Mythic. Apparently, it takes 21 hours of non-stop gameplay. Like, not even including matchmaking, I believe, if I recall. So that's a journey. However, keep in mind some of the games were played after number one, so it's probably a little bit shorter. But yeah, that's how you need to grind for those ranks. When I grind for rank, it's at least like 10 to 15 hours. I think the fastest was this Boros run we had, I think, last month, and it took like 6 hours, and that was like a really, really insane result. So yeah, now you know everything there is to. You know how to be the highest rank Mythic if you want. I think we've showcased pretty good games where we completely, cheated destiny. I think that last two games were the ones that we were supposed to lose. And somehow we just won them. So yeah, I'll take it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I wanted to show you a build that is proven to get you to number one. Because I think if, there's ladder reset right now, probably some of you want to rank up but don't want to play mono red. All the other decks. And to be honest, Sephiroth Orzhov is kinda interesting deck. I had fun playing it. It's always full of small decisions. So it might be one of the most enjoyable decks to climb if you want to, have decent results. And by the way, this one was close to 63% win rate, so very, very high. So you have good results and also pretty interesting gameplay and the cool Sephiroth, if you are a fan like I am. So thank you to all the patrons that are helping us make this content. You guys are absolutely amazing and you make such a big difference, so thank you for that. If you, dear viewer, want to help, check out the Patreon. It's a good way to support any channel you care about. And that's it for today. Hope you had fun, hope the games were amazing, and see you guys tomorrow.